I'm Fred Ogola. I'm a professor of strategy and decision making at Strathmore Business School. This is our first series on Strategy Digest. This is coming in the backdrop of a book which we're about to launch called Strategic Thinking, 10 Lessons from 1,000 Strategic Plans. Today we want to talk about the challenge of getting employees back to work. And because one lesson in the book is mismanagement or mismanagement, I want to talk to the corporate world, the C-suite executives and board members, not to make a mistake of getting people back to work, just like they made a mistake of getting people from office to home. They could still make a mistake of returning people from working from home to working from office. Why is this important? Since we came back to the normalcy stage, if you like, I've trained more than 100 boards. In that process, these boards have expressed the challenges they are facing on getting employees to go back to work. And we have also done some research and found out that 50% of companies want employees to go back to office work and leave working from home. While we have also done a survey which shows that 2 out of 3 employees whom we have surveyed expresses that they have some anxiety on how they can actually go back to work. Some of them have said the issue, for example, social anxiety, meaning that they had been working in a comfortable home environment, corporate gossip and all those toxic things that happen in the corporate were out of there. Some of them also expressed anxiety about the issue of, if you like, safety, their safety. And some of them have also expressed anxiety regarding work-life balance. And the biggest gainer in the COVID-19 pandemic was the family gained, the children gained. So how do they throw away all these gains they have made and go back to the corporate world, which have been causing a lot of toxic things in life? We've seen cases in some companies whereby there have been cases about women having to have miscarriages because of very high pressure environment where they work when they're expecting. In fact, some companies have come with tags like work and thrive just to ensure that people don't suffer in the place of work. So the biggest challenge here is how do you get people back to work back in the offices? And what are the incentives which can outweigh the incentives of working from home? So I would like companies not to mismanage the mismanagement of getting people back to work in the office by stating the following. While some companies are approached by saying, your contract shows you should work from 8 to 5 in the office, and revoke that contract to get people back to work, I don't think that is the right thing to do, because you are mismanaging mismanagement by getting people to work by force. You should make the staff feel like they want to work. Because if you look at it this way, if you force people to go back to work and they're not interested, productivity will go down. You should come with better ways to do it. So we have to ask ourselves, what is it that can make someone leave their house and go work in your offices? I'm sure you may now, companies must go to the challenge of taking back the comfort of home into the company. For example, the women who are in the stage of breastfeeding, they should be given opportunities where they can take care of their kids. We should encourage families to interact within the company environment. If someone wants to meet his partner, wants to meet his child, is there an environment on which they can be able to find this case? Because before they're working from home, they had full access to their children, they had full access to their partners, relatives, friends, name it. But if we keep work environment, all these things, so when people want to come in, it is discouraged that people cannot come. There must be some protocol of entry of work from the gate to the reception, and they discourage people coming to work. People may not actually want to work. And then secondly, can we be able to prove to the staff that they are more productive at the place of work in the office, less productive at home, then reward their productivity? And if they discover they can be more productive in the office spaces, in the workspaces, than being at home, and then you are rewarding productivity, this may be a great incentive to go. Can we be able to ensure that we can actually be able to do some training, capacity building that allows them also to overcome this anxiety they have around social? How will they handle that social change from home to work? How will they handle the issue of safety, fearing that maybe COVID can emerge again and take them back home? And how can they be able to live their work-life balance at place of work? This requires leadership and a lot of change. You guess what? If we go back, why were companies working 5 days a week? This was during the pre-industrial era, where working from the factory setting was more instrumental than working from home. But now there's so much work that can be done which are not industrial work that can be done actually from the confine of homes. So now what we need to do, we can start by doing slowly by giving them 2 days a week work at the office, 3 days work in the office. When they discover they are more productive during the 3 days in office, 2 days in office, then you may see them shifting to 5 days, and then we can come back slowly to place of work. But it needs a candid conversation to staff and share their concerns and address them. This should be able to stop you mismanaging the mismanagement of people getting back from home to work, just like we mismanage the mismanagement of getting people from office to going back to work from home. Thank you.